Hello, and thank you so very much for joining me tonight. I go by Luneinnate, and what I'm creating for you today could simply be a relaxing video with a little bit of ASMR triggers for you if you're into it. This could also be a method for you, of course, to communicate to your subconscious mind, to chew on what I would consider some healthy concepts, ideas, topics. And if you're open to the concept of energy work by proxy, then you can certainly use this as a remote energy work session. I personally teach and study healing arts. I teach Reiki primarily, but I study all kinds of different healing arts modalities, and I like to work in the subtle realms. I like to work in the practical realms, and I try to make this as practical as possible, but I like to be very open to the mystery or to the unseen, and kind of work with correspondence or intention or a gentle ritual, things like that. But, and I've said this before, I think it's so incredibly valuable, like truly expansive, to be okay with the polarizing concept that there is the intuitive, there is the empathic, there is the subtle, and there's the practical, and there's the logical, and there's the, maybe we can call it a little more grounded levels of things as well. There's receptivity, and there's release, And as we work in the empathic, the subtle, and the practical, the method we maybe can use, we're kind of using both hemispheres of our mind. We're activating our mind, we're activating our intuition, we're activating our confidence, we're supporting our self-development, among a myriad of other things. So while I am here, as always, to bring you a little of the subtle connection to support, whether it's energy work or just kind of chewing on stuff, or I know many of you tell me you use this along with your own meditation or during a yoga practice or something like that. So while I'm bringing you a remote session, I'd love for us to be able to talk quickly, or not rushed, but quickly, about the intention I want to set with you today. Has more of a practical, in a sense, outward energy, as in the momentum of motivation, as in the commitment to the self, and then taking steps and dedicating time for yourself, for your goals. And our theme that we're working with our session here today is about your personal success, your abundance, connecting to abundance, fulfilling your goals or working towards your goals in a way that is unlimited, truly. So we do have a sponsor for today's video, and I'm really honored because the sponsor is someone that I have known, like in a like the 6 degrees of separation or something like that kind of way. And her name is Marissa Peer. You've probably seen her before because she's a world-renowned speaker, author, and she also is a therapist. I hope I'm saying the title correctly. And she's developed rapid transmutational therapy. I hope I'm saying that right, and teaches this as well. So the sponsor offer is something that I'm actually doing myself right now, and I'm really enjoying it. It is a 21-day abundance challenge, and if you want to take advantage of the offer, you would be using my code here, Lune25, with the link below in the description to receive 25% off if you decide to sign up. Now, this is a process that I find to be very powerful. it's funny, even in Reiki, we have the 21 days after we go through each level to kind of work with what we've learned and ingrain things. It's about ingraining it. So 21 days is just kind of known to help form habits, help, carve out new, I want to say almost like neurological, like pathways or ways of thinking, releasing limiting thoughts, limiting beliefs. And this 21-day abundance challenge is about shining a light on what's limiting you, mentally alchemizing through guided meditations and workbooks. If you worksheets, is probably a better way to say it. And you also, through it, you're getting something in your email box, the videos and stuff like that every day. So it's a really nice daily support to help you in those 21 days and work through lessons bit by bit, not be, reading through everything all at once. And it's like, okay, cool. Actually taking the time for yourself to practice, to take things in, to let things, percolate, propagate, move through you, and really create some heavy transformations. So if there's any of you who've been kind of looking for a little bit of, I don't want to say a harsh discipline, but a little bit of a discipline or a method or a challenge as something like this, I am so honored to be creating this video that is, working with these topics, and also by proxy working with Marissa Peer, we could say. I love the idea of these daily inboxes. I look forward to them every day when I open my mail. I look forward to the new one, and I've been setting aside a little time for myself to watch the videos, to reflect, to journal, to go through the exercises, and I'm really, really enjoying it. So our theme for today, in alignment with this, to support, is about achieving your goals, about using the momentum of motivation, but also knowing that you do have to take that first step to get the ball rolling, to set intentions to connect in spaces or with others who are like-minded or aligned to your goals, your dreams, your intentions, that you're trying to create and build for yourself, or that you desire to create or experience, or whatever it might be for you. And I'm just thrilled, and I'm just enjoying this so much. So maybe this is a sign. If you've been thinking about something like this, I do recommend. And I will just say as well, I really love Marissa's voice. So our theme for today, like I said, is about our abundance, connecting with abundance, connecting with fertility. We're going to be turning the soil a little bit, connecting with the richness of who you are. I want to call it a little bit of what we sometimes refer to like your birthright. You are born with your heart connection. You are born with your soul and its desires. I believe are like a magnet pulling you through life for purpose, for the development of your eternal soul. Not to make it so big, but for that. And it's important, not just nice, it's important to act on that in ways and manifest, yes, from the point of rest sometimes, the point of receiving, the point of kind of just getting in the zone. But I want to focus here on the steps, the action, the spark to get things moving for you. All right, I hope that you enjoy. We're going to start with our candle. For our focus here. And I have these, excuse me, I bumped you. Frankincense incense matches. So much. And we're going to light our candle here. On behalf of your and my and everyone else's highest and greatest good, in perfect comforts and in perfect alignment, our intention as always is about balance, is about alignment, is about empowerment. But to add a little onto the caboose here, I'd love to set intentions for you to know your worthiness, to know how valuable you are, how valuable your goals are, how deserving you are of your personal fulfillment, how you have it in you. If you have dreamt of it, if you have thought about it, if you have wished it, it's possible for you. I really believe that. And I hold that space for you, of course. I hope there's just one person out here holding the door open, seeing you in your full empowerment here. We'd like to work with themes of motivation, of that first step to push and get that momentum moving for you. And as you go, just kind of, how that carries you. Like, it really carries so much. We want to invite paths crossing, books falling into our laps or being recommended, or even videos, right? Or even challenges too. An introduction. People in real life, people, not in real life, or not in the physical life, right? Or how can I say that better? You know what I'm trying to say. IRL versus online or something like that. Because it's so important. There's so many things that are so important to support your goals and your connection, on the path, the role that all plays, the connection between others, because your goals are for you, but they're so much more. They carry out ripples through time and space. They heal through lineage, I really believe. They provide resources or things for the future as well. So I'd love to think of all that. Your fertility, removing blockages in terms of lack, unworthiness, guilt, shame, overwhelm even when it comes to our success and our desires. And of course, if you have your own intention, you'd like to say, please have a look at this cute dancing flame. Oh, see it in your eyes if you're able to. Hold it in your mind and know that as you gaze upon this light, it is held in your center, in your inner chamber. It is held in your mind, in your subtle space. And you can send in your wish, your intention to receive whatever is right for you, whatever is aligned with you in this session with this theme of your abundance, of your success, of your goals. And connect. You are connected. Send it out into the universe. Send it to the universe within. Declare your will. Start there. Okay? Alright, while I have you at this focus, I'm going to keep you here for just a sec while I introduce this lovely stone to you. Now, I do believe this is diopside, but I could be wrong. It could be dioptase. I do just confuse the names of them. It almost has like an epidote kind of look to it. And it's quite lovely. And I want to use this stone and comb through the aura and connect as I'm channeling as well, of course, too. I'm always focused on channeling. But connect with your fertility, with what has always been within you, to help you connect with what has always been within you. The soil, the fertility, the space, the context as well, the roots of your goals and your desires and how you feel about all of that. Because on a surface level, some of our goals, we might judge them, we might be critical at first, we might have blockages. And it's so important to realize that your goals mean so much more. There's so much more below the surface, hidden in the glacier below the water. I'm sure we've all seen that meme or image, right? And there's so much more to it, so please don't judge your goals. Don't talk yourself out of them, please. And we're going to connect and churn that soil, I just like to call it that, and move through and reveal the little gems, the pieces of gold, as well as reveal potentially some of the blockages. The doubt might come up, the shame, the fear, the insecurity, the imposter syndrome, the, again, overwhelm, something like that. So as I'm channeling through and centering myself to connect, we're going to focus on moving, turning the soil of the soul here, the soil of the subtle form, of the mental field, the emotional field, to bring that connection to your fertility in the space, to connect with the roots here, the why, the meaning, the depths of your goals as well, right? And call to the surface so that we may validate any of the blockages, that guilt or anything at all, that distaste for success, the feeling of wanting to hide, the feeling of, not wanting to be perceived as egotistical perhaps, or the feeling of not wanting to outgrow certain things, and just call whatever's holding us back to the surface here, energetically speaking. And I'm just going to move through. We're moving. Calling this around. Like just connecting with the roots, with the depth of your goals, your manifestations, your wishes, because it means so much on a soul level. Going up from the depths here, just moving, turning, churning, rolling, folding. And if any quote-unquote negative emotion comes up, or fear, or anything at all, it's okay. We're going to address it, alright? So don't judge yourself here. Just command your energy to move, to connect with the fertility of your being, for the potential, for the possibility, and to know that, there's little hiccups along the way, or little things that we can address. Maybe not so little, but I'm just going to call them little. Okay, moving through. I'm seeing the image of someone like cutting off their hair. Okay. I'm just going to place this by our candle. And now I'd love to show you this gorgeous faded quartz. Look at the gorgeous formations here. It's so fascinating. Like, what? So beautiful. If I had to guess where this is from, I could be wrong, but I would guess Arkansas, because I know they have a lot of peculiar quartz there like this. In fact, my friend just gave me a piece for my birthday. But it might not be, so don't take my word for that. But we want to connect with this as our focus, shining light, our awareness into the awareness, yes, of our fertility, of our potential, of our ownership, of our wholeness, right? Connecting with all of that. But also shining a light to validate that we have fear, that some things are uneasy, that we do have some blockages to work through. And as we shine a light, the light being our awareness onto these things that maybe come up, seen or unseen, perceived by you, or just felt slightly hard to define, hard to pinpoint. Either way, as we shine a light, we create movement, and these can wash away, these can move like with the air, or this way, Right, so I'm going to hold this, focused on channeling, shining that light, using your awareness to shine a light into the depths of yourself to see how capable, how abundant, how lovely your experience or your connection to this experience, how important, how unique, how sovereign, and also shining a light to bring our awareness, bring our validation to the more blockages type stuff that might come up. I see you and I release you with love. I see you, fear. I feel you. I feel you, nerves. I hear you, inner voice. If it's not supportive, right? I see you. I'm aware of you. And now you can go. We can move it now. It's moving. Shining that light. Your focus. So lovely. So powerful. Your focus. You are very powerful, very capable, and there isn't a single thing you've ever wished for that is impossible. All directions, around all the corners, shining in. Beautiful. Again, just place it by your candle. And the last little stone or mineral I have to share with you is this piece of bismuth. Now, I don't know how well you can see, but it has almost these stair-like formations, like a pyramid or a subterranean or going up, going down. Really love the formations of bismuth. In fact, let me just see if this helps at all to see. It's a beautiful gold or brassy kind of iridescent color. And what I love about bismuth is, yes, the order, the organization. I find it to be very energizing. But also, I really love the alchemical connection of it, that this is man-made, that there were processes here that had this come to be, like we needed to do something. We didn't just find it, we created it. And I think that's very important about our goals and how we connect with, our abundant life in general and the abundance of ideas, of goals, of desires, of resources, of opportunities, right? And of creature comforts too, the things that you kind of want to fill your life with, Abundance can be money, but it can be joy, it can be love, it can be healthy foods, it can be opportunity, right? So I'd love for us to be able to think of it in all of the ways and invite it in all of the ways. But I'm going to use this bismuth crystal here, and we're going to focus in at the alchemical nature of how whatever we're shifting, as we're shining this light into to reveal, right, or into the depths of the context, or whatever it might be, ratio-wise for you. We're going to focus on the alchemizing to create new beliefs, new systems, take new actions, try something new, put yourself out there, change how you feel about something to serve you for your benefit, and how that benefits not just you but everyone, because your goals are not just experienced by you. Your abundance is not just experienced by you. So we're going to focus into the higher mind here, alchemizing, calling in, calling out, calling to the surface. Your alchemical thoughts below the surface, analytical, the thought, the awareness, the focus, the will, the commitment, the and so it is, the dedication. We're going to focus now. Forgive me, I'll bring you back. On the heart space, your connection to your soul, what moves you, your spark, what speaks to you. Down to the solar plexus now. The plexi, your will, your action, are really focused here on taking that first step, on that commitment and that action, and trusting that even if you don't feel like it at first, like even if it's pulling teeth or dragging yourself out of bed or feeling uncomfortable, you know. You think I felt comfortable creating a YouTube channel? Excuse me, but it was a calling, so I followed it. I just want to kind of connect with that key within myself, which we're going to do later as well, but really focus on that, channeling it through to support your place of action, your place of taking a step, your independence, your ego, your dedication to not just, the higher aspects of your experience, as in the more subtle aspects, but the physical aspects. Setting your alarm a little bit earlier, perhaps, or going to bed a little earlier. Making the list, making the commitments, and the action behind that. And a body in motion stays in motion. Okay. I have this gorgeous oil that I find to be very powerful. We're going to use this. To move through the auric field, the subtle body, the mental, emotional, physical, if you're open to it, like the mind of the cells, the mind of the inner clock, the mind of your flexibility, perhaps, for change. And I'm going to connect with, and I hope this does not, I do this humbly. This is not in an egotistical sense. I'm almost a little embarrassed sometimes to share so much, right? If it's personal, I mean. But my intention is now to call within myself, call out every code, every key, every lesson I've learned along my path, every frequency that has helped me to overcome lack, that has helped me to be more comfortable with the concept of success. And I'm not all the way there yet, working on it still, but to be comfortable putting myself out there. Again, working on it. To be comfortable trusting myself, to be comfortable making changes, to finally have listened to my soul for the first time in my life, beginning 9 years ago, to be doing things for me that speak to my soul. And even things I'm not mentioning right now, just so you get an idea, but I want to call out those frequencies within my being and call them through. And if you resonate and if you're open to receiving, I'd love to share these frequencies with you. Moving through, within, and around, for you to experience a little gentle push, like a cheerleader push, not like a force. A little bit of high energy, a little bit of excitement, a little bit of knowing that it's possible, that you can experience the success, the joy, the love, the abundance, the wealth, the security, and all the things that I'm not even thinking of here that you deserve, that you know in your heart, that you've known all your life, that you deserve. I'm going to clear away anything that tells you otherwise, any falseness, any facade of being undeserving. Okay. Just want to go around one more time. And now I'm focused on a bit more of the outer perimeter, just filling this space, frequencies and keys and intentions to support you, your motivation, your magnetism. Here, a Koshi bell. It's new to me. This is the Earth Koshi bell, and I bought myself the others for my birthday. I had the water one, if you're curious. But I thought that because we're talking about frequencies and keys and just this kind of like energy stuff, I mean, it always is, right? But I thought that grounding with the frequency of sound would be very beneficial for our session today. So if you don't mind, we've kind of fluffed the aura a bit. We're going to use this bell, this chime, to set intentions to ground this all into your experience, to ground these keys, to ground any beneficial thought of any of this for you, the energy work, the activations, the fertility, and not that I have given you your fertility, you were born with that, but the connection to it, you know, the awareness of it, the focus on it, the witnessing of such, the acceptance of such versus rejection of it. All right, so it may sound so lovely. I'm going to start over your crown. Just move through. Grounding this in, making that anchor into your experience. Just gonna walk around you. Well, I hope you enjoyed your session today, and just if you would like to, I can tell you that I have thoroughly enjoyed what I've experienced so far for this 21-day challenge. I love the concept of a practical approach, a support day by day by day to help you stay on track. It's been very helpful for me, and I hope that you take advantage of the offer of 25% off if you use my code and if you feel called to, right? I thank you so much for allowing me to share a little piece of your journey tonight, a little piece of your path, and thank you for being such a significant part of mine. Right? From the very bottom of my heart, I bow to the divine within you and I, and to this gorgeous connection, though interesting connection that we share. So much love to you, and namaste.